Hello and welcome to the Thrifty Author. I'm your host, Gail Z. Martin. And tonight we're talking about another chapter from launching your book without losing your mind. And this time it's launch plus 2 months. So you've gotten the book out into the world. You've survived launch month and you've maximized whatever you can in the first month past launch. Now you're 2 months out. The book is still new, but it's not a brand new release. And maybe some of the promotion that you've done around the book for that first launch has run its course. Maybe you ran some Facebook ads, maybe you had a blog tour, or you did some special newsletter promotions, or whatever it was you had done. Maybe those have run their course. And now, what do you do to keep the excitement up? The key thing to remember here is that your book is always new to people who are discovering you and your series for the first time. So it doesn't matter how long a book has been out, it's new to a reader who has never encountered it before. And that's the thing you want to carry through all of your promotional thinking going forward. Is it doesn't have to be brand spanking shiny new on the shelf. It's new to people who are maybe coming into the genre, maybe finding their way through your backlist, maybe leapfrogging from one author's recommendations to another. There are all kinds of ways for people to find you and be new to you. And so that's something to keep in mind, is that the book never has to get old. Certainly doesn't have to be considered old 2 months out. So what is this a good time to do? Well, you can take stock on what you've done so far that really seems to be working. You always have the opportunity to extend that, whether that is extending, building your ARC team, building out your reader group on Facebook, building up your social media presence and encouraging more people to join your groups and find you and like you and follow you. That's an ongoing part of book promotion. New book, old book, in between book, it never stops. But with some of the specific things like running Facebook ads or running BookBub ads or any other kind of advertising you've done, any special blog tours, any kind of anything you've tried with posting at different frequencies or different kinds of things or giveaways or contests, this is a good time now that you've had a little history under your belt and maybe some statistics that you can look at and say, what worked, what didn't work, what kind of worked, but was maybe more effort or money than the bang for the buck. What do I want to extend? What do I want to do again? What can I change up to make the same kind of promotion that worked before fresh and compelling and get another round of benefit from it? Those are all very valid things to do and really become an ongoing cycle that is going to continue throughout your writing life. Is look at what you've done that's worked, decide what you want to continue doing, figure out how to freshen it up again, start all over again. And the benefit is that now you start compiling more data, so you have a better idea of what is serving you and what isn't for your time, your energy, your money. And it doesn't all have to be, let's throw this up against the wall and see what sticks. One of the other things that you may decide to do now that you've got the flurry of launch month activities over is take a look at the kinds of things that it would be really helpful for you to have someone else to do for you. Maybe it's putting your newsletter together every month. Sure, you still have to write the content, but maybe it would really save you a lot of time and energy to have somebody else format it and get it ready to go out. Maybe it's having somebody manage your reader group to take care of the things like welcoming new members and letting people in when they apply. Maybe it's having somebody make sure that they are programming your advanced tweets on Twitter. Whatever it is, this is a good time to start thinking about what you might need or want someone to do to free up more writing time, and do you want to start looking for a virtual assistant to do that? Once, it's very important to know what tasks you might want to ask someone to do before you start looking for a virtual assistant, because different people have different proficiencies, and not only proficiencies, but some people absolutely hate Twitter. Whether they're being paid to help it with it or not, they just hate Twitter. Some people really aren't comfortable with Instagram. Some people don't really know much about one thing or another. So it's important to know what you want to have done and match both the skill set and the preferences of somebody that you might connect with as a virtual assistant. Because let's be honest, somebody's going to be best at helping you if they like what they're doing. And so everybody wins when you find somebody who is good at doing something and likes doing that thing. And it might be something that you don't like, or that you don't feel you're particularly good at, and you can hand it off to them, and it isn't a burden to them where it would have been just a stone around your neck for you. So this is a good time to start taking stock of the things you've learned how to do for yourself and decide, do I need to ask somebody to help me do that? And if so, what do I need done? How much can I pay them? How many hours a month do I think I really need somebody's help? And then the best way to find a good virtual assistant is to start asking those author friends you've started to make, who are you using? Do they work for a service? Are they independent? Are they taking on new clients? If they're not taking on new clients, do they have a friend that they'd recommend who is also a PA that can help? And there are all kinds of things that a virtual assistant can help you do that really let you keep your focus on what you do best. And at the bottom line, that has to be writing the next book. So we're 2 months out from launch, and this is a good time to assess, take stock, take note, think about adding a helper, and keep your eye on the target of where do we go to keep this book fresh, keep the signal boosted, and make sure that it stays visible. Thank you so much for joining me today. There'll be more coming up soon. I'm your host, Gail Z. Martin, and I'll see you online.